What's up, guys? Today we're talking Ghost and their sixth studio album, Skeleta. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I'm not the biggest Ghost fan in the world. I'm very much a casual Ghost fan. So I came into this album with no expectations, really. No positive expectations, no negative expectations. Just kind of see where it took me. I've got a buddy that's a really big Ghost fan, so maybe I'll like a couple tracks and that'll give us something to talk about next time we get together. So, just jumping right into it, track one is called Peacefield. And not gonna lie, pleasantly surprised. But it's just one song, right? Even if it is a killer opener. That leads us into track two. And the first big thing that I want to say about this album right off the bat is the keyboards and the synths really add this nice texture to the album. But at the same time, you're still reminded that you're listening to a rock or metal album. It doesn't get in the way of it, it just adds. Um, yeah, really good track too. That leads into Satanize. And I first read that as Sanitize. That was probably somewhat on purpose. I just love the battle between good and evil on this song, and sometimes evil wins in certain moments. It's just life, right? That leads into Guiding Light, and this is the ballad of the album, almost power ballad like, very, very 80s. And the production is where this song really shines. It's glimmering and shiny, and there's some gloss to it. This song it's beautiful, really. And that leads into track five. Um, Probably has the best lyrics on the album, and definitely a huge highlight for me. Now, track six, this is where things start to dip a bit. I don't even want to call this song the worst song on the album. I don't want to call it bad. It's just probably my least favorite song on the album. And that leads into track seven. I don't know how to pronounce half of the songs on this album because I believe they're in Latin. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're a bigger Ghost fan than I am. So I'm just going to call this the Love Rocket song. And this sounds like it could be pulled straight out of a 80s glam or hair metal song. And I'm not ashamed to say that I grew up on 80s glam, um, hair metal, hard rock, whatever you want to say. And I like this song a lot. Um, Call it a guilty pleasure or whatever, because if you don't like this song, I completely understand, and that's okay. That leads into Marks of the Evil One. And this is just kind of a solid Ghost song. It's not great, but it's not bad by any means. I love the chants of there. Really reminds me of like a priest freaking out at an exorcism because he could physically see the marks of the devil growing or his influence or what have you. That leads into track nine, Umbra. Um, and talk about classic Ghost. The song is just creepy and eerie and holy cowbell. Um, Once again, just a texture with with this album, but you're still reminded that you're listening to a hard rock or heavy metal album. Nothing gets in the way. Things just fit. And when a cowbell fits into a song, it just slides in, slots in perfectly. And that's really what this song is. It's just a nice slot on the album. And that leads into the final track, track 10. And this song is probably one of the weakest on the album. I understand why it ends the album because there's very much a sense of finality, the ending, um, however you want to say it. But it's not very well written. It's just, I will die, you will die, we all die in the end, sort of thing. So yeah, that's basically the album. Wrapping up with some closing thoughts. This album is a bit top heavy. It's probably really if not the only gripe I have with the album. It's a bit top heavy because the first five tracks are definitely the highlights. But um, does this album make me a hardcore Ghost fan? I think time will tell. In the same vein, am I excited about the next album? Absolutely. So yeah, that basically wraps it up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.